On July 4, 1850, Taylor reportedly consumed copious amounts of cherries and iced milk while attending holiday celebrations during a fundraising event at the Washington Monument, which was then under construction. Over the course of several days, he became severely ill with an unknown digestive ailment initially resembling acute gastroenteritis. The illness initially seemed mild, and on the first day Taylor felt well enough to continue working. His condition worsened thereafter. His army physician Alexander S. Witherspoon diagnosed the illness as cholera morbus, a flexible mid-19th century term for intestinal ailments as diverse as diarrhea and dysentery but not related to Asiatic cholera, the latter a widespread epidemic prevalent in Washington, D.C., at the time of Taylor's death. The identity and source of Taylor's illness are the subject of historical speculation, although it is known that several of his cabinet members had come down with a similar illness. Fever ensued and Taylor's chance of recovery was small. On July 8, Taylor remarked to a medical attendant, "I should not be surprised if this were to terminate in my death. I did not expect to encounter what has beset me since my elevation to the presidency. God knows I have endeavored to fulfill what I conceived to be an honest duty. But I have been mistaken. My motives have been misconstrued, and my feelings most grossly outraged." Taylor died at 10:35 p.m. on July 9, 1850. He was 65 years old. After his death, Vice President Fillmore assumed the presidency and completed Taylor's term, which ended on March 4, 1853. Soon after taking office, Fillmore signed into law the Compromise of 1850, with the aim of settling many of the issues the Taylor administration faced. A joint special committee was appointed by the Common Council of the City of New York to make the arrangements for Taylor's funeral, which took place in New York City on July 23, 1850. A procession moved from the park and proceeded down Broadway, to Chatham Street to the Bowery, down to Union Square, and then in front of the City Hall. The procession included the firing of 3 volleys by the 7th National Guard Regiment. There were 30 pallbearers, which was the number of states in the Union at that time. Taylor was buried in an airtight Fisk metallic burial case with a glass window plate for viewing the deceased's face. He was interred in the public vault of the Congressional Cemetery in Washington, D.C., from July 13 to October 25, 1850. His body was transported to the Taylor family plot, where his parents were buried, on the old Taylor homestead plantation known as Springfield in Louisville, Kentucky.